Our lesson today is having a straight line and shifting it left and right. Yesterday we had a k, and the k was at the end of our equation. The k changed the y-intercept, so my k moved things up and down. And so I am now going to shift left and right. So with this, my k goes at the very end of the equation. And then this a is something we're going to talk about tomorrow. But today's focus is going to be what's happening inside of parentheses. So I'm going to move a line left and right, and the h, so first of all, the h moves a line left or right. Okay. The vocabulary. A transformation. A transformation is a series of movements and it could be a rotation, it could be a shift, it could be a reflection. I can make all sorts of movements. And this is also a geometry word, transformation. But today we're just going to move left or right. A translation is a rigid movement. Rigid means it doesn't like get smaller or bigger. Rigid just means that you just simply shift it. A rigid shift, left or right or up or down. Yesterday we did up and down. A rigid shift, left or right or up or down. Okay, so now let's just do some basics. We haven't learned much about factoring yet, but we will. But this equation is super simple. X plus 2 equals 0. And then put it in parentheses because you're going to see it today in parentheses. So how would I solve for number 1? I want to solve for x. What would I do? Yes. I would subtract 2 from both sides. X equals negative 2. Good. All right, number 2. Someone tell me what I would do. Yep. Add 4 to both sides. So, if a number is in parentheses, what am I going to say? If an equation is in parentheses, and a really easy equation like x plus 9 equals 0, and the x plus 9 is in parentheses, the x value is the opposite sign. So we're going to focus on parentheses. Now this is just going to be a really easy equation. I'm not talking that we're going to have like 3x minus 9 plus 2 in parentheses. No. We're just doing really simple x minus something in parentheses or x plus something in parentheses. So we're going to use the opposite sign of the number in parentheses. Here's a function, 3x plus 7. So what I'm going to do is this 3, and then something happened here, plus 7. So I'm looking at this parentheses, and it says x minus 4 in it. And what this x minus 4 means, I'm only looking at the parentheses today. Inside the parentheses, I see, it says x minus 4. But if I were to solve for x, I would have to add 4 to both sides, right? So, in parentheses, this x minus 4 means that I'm going to do positive 4. What movement will I make? I will The x minus 4 means I shift the line 4 to the right. Opposite sign. Okay, now this one. How does 3, instead of x plus 7, it's going to be 3 this plus 7. What is this movement? The x plus 9.5 means I shift what? It's still the opposite sign. Volunteer. What does this plus 9.5 mean? Left. I shift the line 9.5 to the left. Very good. Okay. Next page. How does, here's my parent function. This is called the parent function. Well, the parent function of all these is going to be y equals x, which is just a straight line. But I have a 3 and then I have an x plus 5. So this x plus 10. The x plus 10 means I shift 10 what? Opposite sign. Left or right. It's a positive 10, so your brain thinks, oh, positive 10 means to the right. But it's not. It's not. What is it? 10 left. Good job. And then there's this, 3 something plus 5. Well, it's x minus 1. The x minus 1 is a shift 1 to the what? Right. Correct. All right, let's write the equations for what we see and then talk about how it shifts. So f of x, mx plus b. What's my y-intercept of f? My y-intercept? 2. Okay, that means that at the end of my equation, I'm going to have a plus 2. What's my rise over run? So here's my, remember, that's my y-intercept. Then I have to rise and run. Rise how many? Run what? Or maybe I should find another dot. I have to pick my own dots to rise and run to. This is a safe one to rise and run to. See it? Rise what? Run what? I'm going to rise downward. So what is it?
-2.
Down 2. 1, 2. And right 1. -2 over 1. -2x. That is f of x. Could you have done that yourself? That was last chapter, where I give you a line and you come up with the equation. You begin with the y-intercept, and then I find the slope. So now, you guys, if I'm going to shift my line, count the spacing to G. 1, 2. 2 to the left. Where am I going to put that 2 to the left in my math problem? Where's that going to go? Is it going to go where the parentheses go? Is it going to go like at the end? Like yesterday, it went up 2. But if I'm going left 2, where do I put that notation that I'm going left 2? So here, means a horizontal shift left or right. So this shift that I'm trying to do on the back side, 2 to the left, is going to go right after where the x goes. So I'm going to have to put in parentheses that I'm moving 2 to the left. How do I write 2 to the left? Remember, it's the opposite sign. Yeah. X plus 2. And this is going to be my g of x. Does this seem hard? You're putting a number in parentheses and you're moving the opposite direction. Left or right. Today's all about left or right. Yesterday was all about up or down. Today is left or right. Okay, I'm going to do the classwork with you because the homework is on the second page. So I'm actually giving you classwork and homework today. So let's do it together. I have to, easy, solve for x. Okay, not a problem. Subtract 6 both sides, right? X equals negative 6. Number 2, do it. Go ahead. All right. Find the value of k. So what did I do from f to h? From f of x to, g of x. The k in this case should be an h. I really wish it were an h. But, so here's f of x. Go to the y-intercept. And you're going to then look over and say, how many did it move to get to G? How many spaces did this line move over to the left or right to get to G? And in case you can't see it, I mean, you just need to realize that they're like written all faded in here. All right, what do I do? What did I move to get from here on the movement to there? What? How many spaces is that? I needed someone to say, not you. Someone new. Yeah. Did you say something? Yeah. 3. Okay, I'm going 3 to the right, which means that my equation here is going to be let's rewrite it, negative 2 parentheses x something plus 1. What am I going to put in parentheses to signify that I'm going 3 to the right? You've already helped. Yeah, someone said just negative 3. Opposite sign, remember? All right, here. Number 4. Describe the translation. 8 what? All your answers, you guys, are going to be left or right today. So what is it? Left or right? 8 what? When you don't answer or when you don't speak, I think that maybe you just don't understand. So if you do understand, help me out. If you don't understand, then say, so that I can maybe go over it again or re-explain it. It's the opposite sign of what's in parentheses. So I'm going to go 8 to the what? Oh my gosh. I love hearing your voices. Okay, I'm going to go 14 to the... Oh! You're the best. Great job. All right, let's go to the back. Here's my equation. Y equals x. Did you know that the line y equals x looks like this? It is simply y equals 1x plus 0. That is a straight line's parent function. So please remember, the k that we did yesterday goes up and down. The h that we're doing today goes left and right. So I now want to know both. I want to know up and down and left and right. I'm combining yesterday and today. Number 5. It's going to go 8 what and 2 what. So in the parentheses, that's my h, horizontal, left and right. My k, up and down. So 8 to the what and 2 to the what. It would be like this purple line, and I'm going to move it 8 one direction and 2 another direction. So somebody tell me. Yeah, let me hear. Good job. And 2 up. Good job. Okay, number 6. 4 to the what and 7 to the what? Shiv. 4 left and 7 down. Good job. Okay. And 7 and 8. Actually, you do 7 and 8 with your groups. So you guys can turn and face each other. Or you don't have to do that. Just talk. Like describe in words what's happening. Okay. Tell me what 7 was. 1 left. 3 down. Good job. 8 was what? 5 to the right. 6 up. Good job. Okay. So this next page, let me just explain it because you're going to do all of them. You are going to look, and please remember, let's write this down on the top of your paper. F of x equals a, you're not going to learn about a until tomorrow, x minus h plus k. The h tells me left or right. The k tells me up or down. So if you see something in parentheses, you're going to move left or right, the opposite sign. So with these, on 1 through 8, you're just giving an example. Like I'll do number 5. The parent function, this is my starting point, 5x minus 2. This says 5x minus 1 minus 2. So the only thing that changed from here to number 5 is that x minus 1 in parentheses. What does an x minus 1 mean when it's in parentheses? 1 to the what? Right. So that's all I would put for number 5. On number 1 and 2 right here, I actually write an equation myself. And then down here on 1 through 6, I just say what's happening. Explain what's happening. Explain the movement. So these are, I'm writing an equation. So go ahead and start on this page. I'm going to wander around and I will stop the video.